the restoration of justice to the covenant community through God's prescribed punishment of the guilty and the protection of the innocent or the victims. And I love that because that's Deuteronomy 25:1. You are to punish the guilty and you are to protect the innocent. And that's what it's all about. It's the restoration of justice to the covenant community. I love it. You know, that text that I read from earlier in 2 Corinthians 13, that's really where Paul ends that, after saying that he's going to come and he's going to make his judgments based on 2 or 3 witnesses, and that he will spare no one. There in 11, he says then this: finally, brethren, rejoice, be made complete. The better translation, I think, comes from the ESV. Aim for restoration. The restoration of what? Justice. And whatever that looks like, whether it spares people because that's what justice requires or it doesn't. The issue is restoring justice to the covenant community, and that's what you are to aim for. Again, Paul just essentially echoing Deuteronomy 16:20, justice and only justice you shall seek. And so that's the goal of church discipline in Judaism, in God's religion, whether it's Old Covenant or New Covenant. It's the restoration of justice to the covenant community. In contrast, then, to what we see in Christianity. And again, don't take my word for it. You can go out there and do your own research, but you'll find that in churches that will claim to practice some form of church discipline, which used to be one of the litmus tests for determining a biblical church, was that they practice church discipline. The problem is what they're practicing is not what Jesus gave to them. But here's what, and why I say that, because here's what it is. Here's what you'll find. The receiving of a penitent confession from the guilty as enough for the innocent or the victim to forgive the guilty and forget their crime. Let me just read that again, and you think about what I'm saying here. This is what church discipline looks like. Somebody goes and, let me give you an example. They cheat on their wife. And what you'll see in the Christian church is this is what discipline, in quotes, looks like. The receiving of a penitent confession. That's the goal. We just want to get that person to be sorry for what he did and confess that he's sorry that he cheated on his wife. And then we're going to tell his wife that needs to be enough for you. That's enough for you. You need now to, based on that, you need to forgive him for that, and you need to forget it.